Friday Night Lights. Fort Wayne football from the comfort of your own home, or when you're on the go. The same night the pigskin touches the end zone or is stopped dead in its tracks. 10 teams, 5 games, 1 website. SummitCitySports.com. Live streamed high school games, score updates, and news hub for all Fort Wayne athletics. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
The Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse is a state-of-the-art facility that has become the home of sports in our region. Also the home of Parkview Sports Medicine with our new Ortho Express Clinic, AWP Sports, plus all kinds of club activity from basketball, volleyball, futsal, pickleball, and more. The Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. Check it out today.
There's Ryan looking to center into the slot to Esther, but broken up by Scott. He shoots, hit, scores!
Now the sticks are up. And now this is bad news. Everyone going at it down here in the corner.
Fort Wayne hockey.
McClung with the deke.
6 teams.
Bone cutter to Ryan Freebie with the shot from the point. He scores!
Live stream games new this season. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
At Parkview Sports Medicine, it's game on. Our elite team of experts in orthopedic surgery, athletic rehabilitation, nutrition, and sports performance coordinate your care all along the way. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
It's the comets. Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
If you're an athlete, you never know when an injury might happen. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine has made the new Ortho Express Clinic. Located inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, the Ortho Express Clinic has everything that an athlete would need, from physicians to athletic rehab and sports performance. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
Parkview Sports Medicine continues to lead the way in Northeast Indiana with our new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic, offering direct access to physicians and Saturday morning clinics that are convenient for you. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
Get mad about blue. Get mad about your Fort Wayne Mad Ants. When looking for the best basketball action in town, it's the Go to FortWayneMadAnts.com for the complete game schedule. See your Fort Wayne Mad Ants in action. Get mad about blue.
If you're an athlete or the parent of one, you want to check out Parkview Sports Medicine. We serve every level of athlete with our sports nutritionist, our expert physicians at O&E, and the area's only specialized athletic rehab. To learn more, go to ParkviewSportsMedicine.com and click on the Services tab.
Brooks steals it, tips it away to himself. He'll go to the hoop and slam it down.
They attack, they get a great shot.
Here he comes. And Lucas Craw.
Shot hits the post. And a centering feed to Luke Gibson. Shot scores.
The rush comes. Oh, almost picked off by Ethan Hoover.
And the takedown.
AWP Sports finds the athlete's purpose beyond athletics, the industry leader in sports performance for over 10 years in Northeast Indiana. You can find out more by clicking on the Services tab at the top of this page.
Welcome to the University of St. Francis, located in the heart of Fort Wayne, Indiana, where the Cougar basketball programs have won 2 national championships and finished runner-up twice since 2010. And the Cougar football program is fresh off a 2016 national championship. USF is a 3-time gold-level Champions of Character institution, one of only 12 NAIA schools to earn that distinction. The University of St. Francis provides you the opportunity to get a great education while competing for championship.
Welcome back to SummitCitySports.com. It's game 2 here from the Huntington North Sectional in 4A. Well, if you were with us about 10 minutes ago, you probably saw the shot of the year as Hank Pulver drains one 3-pointer at the buzzer to send Wayne home for the year. So congratulations, Coach Teagle and the Huntington North Vikings as they survive, and I mean survive, and will take on the winner of this game between the visitors on the scoreboard, the Homestead Spartans, and the Southside Archers. Well, Southside got here in their last game, an exciting game against a very good Muncie Central team. They outlasted them and made it to this through the quarterfinals to the semifinals. For Homestead, on the other hand, they had a blowout win over Columbia City in their one and only game. Today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports, like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. At Parkview Sports Medicine, it's game on. Our elite team of experts in orthopedic surgery, athletic rehabilitation, nutrition, and sports performance training offers athletes coordinated care and instant access at the new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic inside the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. Also, Parkview Sports Medicine is the new go-to for all your local sports, with scores and highlights for all area schools. Parkview Sports Medicine wants to celebrate the accomplishments of the athletes on and off the court. To make Parkview Sports Medicine a part of your team, give us a call at 260-266-4000 or log on to parkviewsportsmedicine.com. Big Eyed Fish supports Fort Wayne area athletics and has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Originally located at historic 1502 North Wells Street, you can also visit their express locations at 3001 Hillegas Road and their express north location at 10,380 Leo Road. Big Eyed Fish has a 4-star ranking out of 5 with over 215 Google reviews. Find us at originalbigeyedfish.com or bigeyedfishexpress.com. Don't forget to like our Facebook page for updated promotions. Enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at Big Eyed Fish. Parkview's new Ortho Express Clinic is your new home for all your orthopedic needs. Instant access to physicians, x-rays, physical therapy, performance, and our sports dietitians are all at your fingertips at the new Parkview Ortho Express. We meet the athletes when and where they are playing inside the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse with evening and weekend hours. Parkview Ortho Express. Learn more at parkviewsportsmedicine.com. 6 minutes to go here before we get started in our second game at Huntington North High School. We'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll take a look at the two teams. You're watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
For an athlete, you never know when an injury might happen. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine has made the new Ortho Express Clinic. Located inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, the Ortho Express Clinic has everything that an athlete would need, from physicians to athletic rehab and sports performance. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
Get mad about blue. Get mad about your Fort Wayne Mad Ants. When looking for the best basketball action in town, it's the Go to FortWayneMadAnts.com for the complete game schedule. See your Fort Wayne Mad Ants in action. Get mad about blue.
We're back live here at Huntington North for our second game tonight between Southside and Homestead. Now let's take a look at these two teams before we get started here in our second game. Homestead comes into this game, they're 16-7 overall. Fort Wayne Southside, an up and down season, they're 13-10. Homestead coached by Chris Johnson in his 19th season at Homestead. He's 308 and 139. Has a state title to his name as well. In 24 years of coaching high school basketball, 388 and 172. J.J. Foster, in his first year at Fort Wayne Southside, 13 and 10. 66 and 51 overall in 5 years of coaching high school basketball. The first 4 of those seasons came at Bishop Luers. Sagarin ratings for Homestead, 83.74. That's good for 32nd overall, 23rd in Class 4A. Fort Wayne Southside with a 78.72 rating, and that's good for 70th overall, 43rd in Class 3A. The last outing for Homestead, like I said, they won big over Columbia City, 60-41. Southside defeated a good Muncie Central team where they hit a last-second themselves. They hit a shot with 4 seconds to go to win the game. They beat Muncie Central 75-73. In the last 36 meetings between these two teams, Homestead has the advantage, 21-15. The last meeting between these two teams was back on January the 5th of this year. Homestead defeated Southside in a thriller in overtime, 70-69. So that's the particulars on both of the teams. And we'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll talk about the players and individuals here for both teams. I want to thank you for watching here on SummitCitySports.com. We'll be back in about 1 minute with player introductions.
Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
If you're an athlete, you never know when an injury might happen. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine has made the new Ortho Express Clinic. Located inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, the Ortho Express Clinic has everything that an athlete would need, from physicians to athletic rehab and sports performance. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on. Parkview Sports Medicine continues to lead the way in Northeast Indiana with our new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic, offering direct access to physicians and Saturday morning clinics that are convenient for you. Parkview Sports Medicine.
We're back at Huntington North High School. The team's continuing their warm-ups. Let's take a look at the Southside Archers. First of all, they're coached by J.J. Foster. They're a senior-laden team this year. They get their main scoring out of Trajan Didier, the 6'3" guard who likes to shoot from downtown. He does a nice job and had a very good game in the opening night. They also get some big points out of Asher Bloom, averaging 13 points a game for Southside. Also does a nice job on the boards. He's the tallest player on the team, and they look to get big minutes out of him tonight. Now, the X factor for Southside is Courtney Shorter. He's only averaged about 8 points a game. Last year he averaged 16, but he came to play on Wednesday night and hit the shot with 5 seconds to go when he cleaned up on a rebound and hit the shot that propelled Southside to the win in that game. And you'll probably get some good minutes out of Austin Jordan as well. The freshman guard has taken over and done a nice job after Mikhail Stevenson transferred out of Southside, their normal point guard. So Southside has some very good scorers. They have some size. They have some length. Can their speed be enough to take down Homestead? For Homestead, their leading scorer is Sam Buck. He averages 13 points a game. He'll also get some help from Onya Izakudo, maybe the best point guard in the Summit Athletic Conference. At least he's the best floor general, in my opinion, in the SAC. They'll also look to get some points out of Luke Goody. The freshman stands 6'5", does a nice job, averages 8 points a game. So will the very determined and a very well-coached Homestead team that wants to dictate pace, can they do it tonight against Southside? If they do, they will play Huntington North tomorrow at 7:30 in our championship game, a game you will see right here on SummitCitySports.com. Also tomorrow, right here from Huntington North High School, we will have girls regional gymnastics from the Fieldhouse here at Huntington North. I would advise you to watch it. Carroll and DeWanger are at that one, and both of those teams are outstanding. Both teams have gone back to the bench. They will do the non-starters first, and then we will have the starting lineups. So your starters will be Raber, Izakudo, Goody, Archibald, and Sam Buck. Trevin Taylor back from the sickness. And now here's your starters for the Southside Archers. There are your starters for the Archers. It'll be Langston, Jordan, Shorter, Didier, and Bloom. And we are ready to go for our second game here at Huntington North High School. Our officials will be Ronnie Branch, Darren Wright, and Rob Coy. Like I said, I think who will dictate pace will be the team that wins tonight. If Homestead can dictate pace and slow it down and play a game maybe in the 60s, I see them winning. If Southside can get into the 70s, definitely in the 80s, they're the team to beat. It'll be Sam Buck. He'll go up against JT Langston Jr., and we'll be underway here in our game. And there's tossed up, controlled by the Archers. Courtney Shorter with it. Now up top to Jordan. Jordan will be guarded by Izakudo. So this will be senior. This will be junior versus freshman. Outside now to Jordan, over to Didier. He'll shoot a three over Grant Raber. No good, and rebounded by Jake Archibald. Izakudo will bring it up. He's got Courtney Shorter waiting for him on the other side of the timeline, and now he'll give it to Archibald, over to Raber. Raber looks for Izakudo, now gives it back to him. He'll drive in the lane, kick it outside to a wide open Archibald. He'll launch a three off the side of the rim and almost drops in, and Langston with the board for the Archers. It'll be Shorter with the ball now. He'll look inside for Asher Bloom. He's got a size advantage on the Shorter Archibald. The ball will roll around. No good. Rebounded by Langston. Throws it up top to Didier. He'll launch a three-pointer, and good. So Langston with two early rebounds. One translates into a three for the Archers. Izakudo now to Grant Raber. Now back to Izakudo. He's going to have to get across the timeline. He does. And they'll reset the offense with 6:45 to play here in our first quarter. And if you weren't with us for the first game, you missed a thriller. Izakudo in the lane, loses it, but it goes off of Bloom. First game, Huntington North trailed the entire game, ladies and gentlemen. The only time, well, they led 5-0, but after that, they did not lead again till the last shot of the game, and Hank Pulver hit a buzzer beater to beat Wayne. It was an outstanding game, a great shot. He was actually double teamed when he hit it. Izakudo once again against the man-to-man pressure of Southside in the lane. Sam Buck, he jump stops, kicks it out to Goody. Now over to Izakudo. He'll launch a three. That's going to be short. Tipped around and controlled by Southside. Jordan up the floor quickly. Three-pointer on the way by Shorter. No good, and Archibald with another rebound. Sam Buck now with the left hand. He'll go left. Now give it to Archibald. Archibald baseline. Layup blocked. And up the court quickly to Langston. This is going to be a dunk. The big fella can get off the floor. So an early 5-0 lead. Goody around one player, kicks it to the outside. Izakudo thinks about it, kicks it to Raber. Three on the way from straight on and good. Assist to Izakudo. They said that was just a two. Three on the way by Bloom. Good. Bloom hits a three. Now the officials are going to confirm if that was a two or a three. I mean, Raber, I had a bad angle, so I can't really say, but they're talking about, they're saying he was standing on the line. And they'll change it to a two. So Raber with just a two, not a three. They said his foot was on the line. So with 5:20 to play, it's the Archers leading 8-2. And the Spartans will have the ball. The Spartans dressed in their road blues, Southside in their white, green numbers, and still some confusion on what that call was. Southside will press. Archibald with it, and he almost turned it over as Langston knocks it out of bounds. They were trying to find Izakudo, a bad pass, and it went out of bounds. Luke Goody to inbounds. He'll give it to Izakudo. 8-2 Southside here early. Southside will stay in their man-to-man. Izakudo now with it. Over to Luke Goody. He thinks about the three and right back to this point guard. Izakudo will drive. Loses it on the ground, but right there, Sam Buck. Now they'll double team him in the corner. He'll step through the double team. Cross court to Goody. And he'll drive baseline. He's got a lane there. He'll shoot it. It's good if it goes, but it doesn't. And they'll go to the line to shoot two. And that foul, I believe, was on maybe Austin Jordan. It was. That'll be his first. So the freshman picks up the foul. Team's first as well. Goody wastes no time, gets the ball and launches it. Second one up and good as well. So Luke Goody with his first 2 points, and now it looks like it's going to be Homestead's time to press. And Southside will get it across the timeline. Shorter with it, right to the hoop. Throws it up wildly, and they'll call a block, I believe, on Luke Goody. So Southside will go to the line to shoot their first 2 free throws of the night. So Shorter will shoot. The senior eyes it and hits it. He had a big night the other night. Our player of the game with 19 points, but he hit the big one with 5 seconds to go to give Southside the win. And he'll hit the second one as well. Inbounded to Izakudo. Still pressing by both teams. Luke Goody loses control. Now back to Izakudo. He'll bring it up across the timeline and finds Grant Raber outside to Archibald. He won't shoot, and they'll reset the offense with 4:30 to play here in our first quarter. At halftime, we'll hope we get the head coach of Huntington North, Coach Teagle, and also Hank Pulver with us to do a quick interview, as that was one heck of a game, our first game of the night. Izakudo with it once again. He'll drive, cut off, throws it to Sam Buck, who's bumped out of bounds by Langston. So Langston will pick up his first foul, team second. Izakudo with it once again. He'll come across and now gets a good screen, backs out. He's got Asher Bloom on him. He'll stop, pop, off the front of the rim and rebounded by Didier. Didier will launch a three. Nobody picks him up, in and out, and rebounded by Izakudo, and he's off to the races. Throws it to Archibald. He loses control, and now they'll call a foul, I think, on Asher Bloom as he gets a little bit too much body on Izakudo. So Izakudo at the line will shoot two. Asher Bloom picks up the foul. Team's third. Izakudo will eye the first one. And good. And the second one on the way. In and out and rebounded by Asher Bloom. It'll be Austin Jordan across the timeline. Now back to Asher Bloom. He'll go strong to the hoop. Shoots, misses, deflects away, and goes right to Izakudo, and he knows what to do with it. He goes to the hoop, loses control, and a couple players ran into each other. I think they say out of bounds off of Izakudo. Langston, I think, actually hit his head on the backboard. I really never had that problem when I played high school basketball, that the backboard would be an issue for me hitting my head on. Jordan to the hoop. He hits the shot. He got a lane. Nobody picked him up. He went hard to the rack, hits the shot, gets fouled, and will go to the line to shoot one. And that foul was on number 30. Excuse me, that was on 20. Luke Goody, his second. So the freshman in foul trouble here early is Podzalinski up off the bench for Homestead, and he'll replace Luke Goody. So at 3:21, Luke Goody checks out. Podzalinski gives him some added depth inside. He's done some nice stuff down there. He's a good post player, has good vision of the court, and a very good rebounder as well. Jordan will launch off the back of the rim and rebounded by Archibald, already with 3 rebounds here in our first quarter. Once again, my name is Ryan Dellinger. I'm your host for tonight's game. I'll be your host tomorrow night for the sectional championship game here. Good give and go. Podzelinski up, bumped. He shoots, rolls around, misses it, and Bloom picks up the rebound. And then Didier in the lane, and he'll hit the shot. So Didier with his 5th point. Homestead doesn't hustle back, and Southside makes him pay. Another steal. And now a foul on the court, and I think they'll say it's on Sam Buck. So Sam Buck will pick up his first. And it'll be a 30-second timeout on the court. It is Southside leading 14-5. We'll stay right here. Big Eyed Fish supports Fort Wayne area athletics and has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Originally located at historic 1502 Wells Street, you can also visit their express locations at 3001 Hillegas Road and their express north location at 10,380 Leo Road. Big Eyed Fish has a 4-star ranking out of 5 with over 215 Google reviews. Find us at Original Big Eyed Fish or BigEyedFish.com. Don't forget to like our Facebook page for updated promotions. Enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at Big Eyed Fish. Teams have returned to the court. It'll be Southside's ball. 2:44 to play here in our first quarter. Austin Jordan inbounded to Bloom and then got it right back. Now to Courtney Shorter. Over to Bloom. Bloom was very aggressive in the first game against Muncie Central. They had no answer for him. Austin Jordan picks up his dribble. Now he gives it to Langston. Now to Bloom. Bloom will turn, face up, shoot. Rolls around, missed. And Sam Buck with the rebound for the Spartans. Asher Bloom headed next year to Grace College in Winona Lake to play up there for the Foresters. Sam Buck with it. He'll drive, get in the lane, gets a little step and hits the shot. Buck on the board with his first 2. So after the timeout, Homestead gets a stop and then hits a bucket. Bloom against Podzelinski. He'll look underneath to Langston. Langston gets flattened on the play and no call. He got flattened by Izakudo and no call. And Izakudo in the lane, pump fakes, has it blocked, goes off his hand. He tips it to Sam Buck. Buck in the lane outside to Raber now. And now back to Buck. He'll launch a 3 off the front of the rim, and it's up in the air and rebounded by Grant Raber. And now another missed shot and rebounded by Shorter. Shorter up, finds a wide open Austin Jordan. He elects not to shoot. He'll back it out. He yells out, let's reset. And it's Trajan Didier with the ball. Down to Asher Bloom. Bloom will face up, shoots and hits it. Podzelinski looked down at his feet, and when he did, Asher Bloom rose up over him and hit the shot. 16-7 our score. Southside still will press. I don't know if this press is really meant to have a lot of turnovers. I think it's just to try to speed the game up. We're under 1 minute to play here in our first quarter. Sam Buck with it now to Izakudo. He'll look inside for Podzelinski. Now he'll turn and face up on Bloom. Backs into him, throws it up off the glass and hits it. Podzelinski with his first 2 and the lead down to 7. Asher Bloom with the ball over to Courtney Shorter. 37 seconds to play here in this first quarter. Bloom on Podzelinski, and he'll kick it outside to Austin Jordan. He'll shoot the 3, and good for the freshman. Huge points from the freshman in the first quarter. 10-point lead with 20 seconds to play. As Sam Buck has it now for the Spartans. He'll go right to the hoop, and that was probably a blocking foul that wasn't called. So Amari Hall and DeMarque Perkins will check in for the Archers. They'll replace Asher Bloom and Langston. Raber will come out of the game, and Zach Kruger into the lineup for the Spartans. Archibald will inbounds with 16 seconds to play. He finds a wide open Izakudo. He'll drive, kick it to Buck. Buck will turn and give it to Kruger. Down to 10 seconds. Back to Izakudo. He'll look up at the clock. He'll drive, get a step, kick it to a wide open Podzelinski for a 3, and that's an air ball. And then Jake Archibald tried to shoot it over the backboard at the buzzer, and that will do it for the first quarter. At the end of one, it's Southside 19, Homestead 9. You're watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
If you're an athlete, you never know when an injury might happen. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine has made the new Ortho Express Clinic. Located inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, the Ortho Express Clinic has everything that an athlete would need, from physicians to athletic rehab and sports performance. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
Get mad about blue. Get mad about your Fort Wayne Mad Ants. When looking for the best basketball action in town, it's the Go to FortWayneMadAnts.com for the complete game schedule. See your Fort Wayne Mad Ants in action. Get mad about.
Back live here at the Huntington North Sectional. It's Southside by 10, 19-9. They've been hot here in the first quarter. Can Homestead chip into this lead? Southside gave up a big lead against Muncie Central on Wednesday night when they were up by 12. Actually, they were up by 10 with 3 minutes to go, and ended up being down by 3 with 1 minute to go. So they lose a little bit of focus at times, and the next thing you know, the other team's right back in the game. And Zach Kruger tries to give it to one guy, but it ends up going to Podzalinski. He takes one dribble and throws it to Izakudo. Izakudo will drive right, picked up by Austin Jordan. Good switch there. He'll back out and give it to Sam Buck, guarded by Perkins, inside to Podzalinski. He'll drive, get around Amari Hall, and then have the ball deflected out of bounds by Courtney Shorter. .7:34 to play here in our first half. Jake Archibald will inbounds to Izakudo. He's close to being out of bounds. He'll drive baseline, cut off, and they'll call a foul on Courtney Shorter. That'll be Shorter's first, team's fourth. Once again, Jake Archibald will inbounds. He's got Podzalinski standing right in front of him. Sam Buck will set a screen, now pop out. Cut off by Perkins, goes baseline, has the ball deflected away. And DeMarque Perkins comes up with it. Now to Didier, he'll launch a three. Roll in and out. 3/4 of the way in, and Sam Buck actually got the rebound, but he was standing, I believe, out of bounds. And the ball will go back to Southside. So Trajan Didier with 2 3-pointers that have been, about 75% in the bucket before they've rolled out. Courtney Shorter will take a seat for Southside. Into the game, Asher Bloom. Some more size on the court for the Archers. Austin Jordan will dump it down to Amari Hall in the lane. He's got it deep, and he'll hit the shot. Amari Hall having a good second half of the season for the Archers. Kruger now up to Sam Buck. Back to Kruger, now to Archibald. Now back to Kruger and over to Izakudo. Izakudo will dribble against DeMarque Perkins. Perkins over the screen. Izakudo in the lane, and he'll hit the floater. Izakudo with his first field goal of the game, and a lead down to 10. Perkins right side to Didier. He'll turn around, throw it inside to Asher Bloom. Bloom will drive baseline, throws it to Perkins, who catches it, and now gives it back to Bloom. Bloom will spot up, shoot the 2 over the Spartans. Sam Buck misses and rebounded on the weak side there by Zach Kruger. Homestead on their side of the court now. It's Sam Buck with the ball. He's cut off by Trajan Didier. Kruger with it, cut off by Austin Jordan, who's really playing some good D here in the first half. 10-point lead for the Southside Archers. Izakudo gets a good screen and launches it and drains it. His 6th point. That was the first time in the game where Southside did not switch on the screen, and Izakudo made them pay. Perkins will drive. He's cut off, and now he'll kick it to Jordan. Jordan will launch another 3 off the back of the rim. The freshman feeling it, and that'll be a foul on DeMarque Perkins. Perkins will pick up his first. It'll be the team's 5th. Jake Archibald had the rebound and had it knocked out as Grant Raber will replace Jake Archibald. TJ Langston back into the lineup for the Archers, and he'll replace Amari Hall. Timeout on the court, a 30-second timeout by Southside. We'll stay right here as Courtney Shorter will go back to the scores table and report back in for the Archers. Once again, we have a championship game coming to you live tomorrow right here at Huntington North. The winner of this game will take on Huntington North in the championship game. If you were with us for the first game, you were treated to a thriller. Wayne fell behind 5-0. And then they stormed out and they basically controlled the game the rest of the way. They never trailed the rest of the way after they were down 5-0. Well, the one shot they trailed on was the final shot by Hank Pulver. He hit a three-pointer at the buzzer to win the game for Huntington North. They stayed around, they hit their foul shots, they played good defense, and Coach Teagle's team will move on to the sectional championship to face the winner of this game tomorrow night at 7:30. Sam Buck being harassed out there. Now a foul. No, he stepped out of bounds. So it's I'm not sure what they're calling here. Maybe the official just pointed the wrong direction. I think they're saying a Southside player deflected it out of bounds. So it'll stay with Homestead. 5:34 to play here in our first half. 7-point lead for the Archers. Izakudo with the ball. He had a big three in the last possession. Now Southside in a 1-3-1 half-court trap. Raber with it. Back to Kruger. All the way back around. Down to Buck. Left wing. He'll pop a three-pointer short. Rebounded by Grant Raber. And he'll dribble out and reset the offense. Kruger will drive baseline. Shoot it. Short off the rim and rebounded by Asher Bloom. Bloom with his third rebound here in the first half. Didier with the ball. Now to Courtney Shorter. Up top and all the way around to Perkins. Perkins traveled. I think Perkins is going to see maybe his play time to go down here as he turned the ball over. That's a first turnover on the Archers. No true point guard on the court right now for Southside. Either Shorter or Didier will assume that role for the time being. Izakudo with it once again. Back to Kruger. Kruger will go right. Give it to Raber. Cross court to Izakudo. Almost thrown away and picked off. Izakudo cross court. And now over to Kruger, back to Izakudo, down low to Buck on the baseline. He'll launch a three. Now too strong this time. And Langston will come up with the rebound for the Archers. Courtney Shorter with it. He'll take a quick jumper off the front of the rim. No good. And Izakudo with the rebound. A bad shot by Courtney Shorter. 1-on-4. And he took the shot. And he'll get called with the moving screen now being called on Homestead. They have yet to post who it was on. It was on number 52 of Homestead. That's Podzalinski's first, team's fourth. And like I said, Trajan Didier now will be your point guard. Now to Perkins. Perkins up top to Bloom. And they'll swing it around to Shorter, back to Didier and over to Bloom. He'll drive, gets cut off. Pick up his dribble and find Perkins. 4 minutes to play here in our first half. Shorter with it once again. In the lane. He gets bumped, throws it up, and it'll be two shots for Courtney Shorter. Foul, I believe, was on 12. It was on Izakudo. They have not posted it yet. Shorter will shoot and score, and it was on Izakudo. Archibald comes back in. He'll replace Podzalinski. Lead back to 8. Shorter, the senior, will shoot a second. Off the front of the rim and rebounded by Izakudo. Archibald with it. Southside now looks like they're in maybe a matchup zone. Homestead having a hard time trying to figure it out. It's a 3-2 matchup. That's what it is. Izakudo with the ball now. Just had to watch a quick rotation there to see exactly what Southside was trying to do. Southside putting their big guys out on the outside. Raber with the ball now to Archibald. He'll launch a three off the front of the rim and rebounded by Trajan Didier of Southside. Didier up the court quickly to Asher Bloom, and he hits the shot. Bloom with his 7th point. So transition for the Archers pays off. Ooh, the dangerous pass there from Izukudo to Rayburn. He'll get a return pass. And we're under 3 minutes to play here in our first half. Zach Kruger with the ball over to Izukudo. He almost ran away from it. Izukudo back to Kruger. He'll drive. Give it to Izukudo, and now he'll go to the right and cut off by Didier. Dangerous pass again by Homestead underneath to Archibald. Easy bucket for Jake Archibald. Archibald next year will be probably the Homestead Spartans starting quarterback. He'll replace Jaya Wright as Perkins has the ball. Right to the hoops, gets around Archibald and hits the shot. Archibald was set up, but too early. Perkins saw him and went around him. Izukudo with it now. He'll dribble into a double team, get out of it, and give it to Sam Buck. And then Sam Buck steps through a double team, and he's fouled. So the 16 foul on South Side. They'll call that on 30. Asher Bloom, and that will be his second. So see if Coach J.J. Foster decides to get Asher Bloom out of the lineup with those two fouls. Will Chris Johnson tell his team to attack Asher Bloom with those two fouls? Izukudo with it now. He'll drive, cut off, find a wide open Jake Archibald. Back to Kruger, over to Izukudo. He'll shoot the three, and good. Izukudo with 9 points here in the first half. 1:50 to play. Austin Jordan over to Bloom, over to Shorter. And now he looks for Didier and gives it to him. Yeah, Langston's got position down low. He wanted the ball, but couldn't get not a good angle to enter it to him. Bloom with it. Inside to Langston. He'll turn in the lane. He's double teamed and loses the ball, and it goes to Sam Buck. He shoots it with the left hand, misses, and there's Asher Bloom with another rebound. And now everybody's standing up. Turnover on the Archers, and the ball goes back to Homestead. Izukudo with the ball once again. He'll throw it to Kruger. They'll quickly get it across the timeline. Good crossover by Grant Rayburn, and he's blocked by Langston. And now Southside on the run. That's Bloom with it. He has a tip from behind by Izukudo, and it goes out of bounds with 1:05 to play here in our first half. Halftime, we'll give you the individual scoring here. We'll also have an interview with Coach Teagle and possibly Hank Pulver of Huntington North. And now we have a moving screen on Courtney Shorter. I'll tell you what, we had this same officiating crew the other night, and that official right there that made that call, he calls it very close. And if you're going to set a screen, you better be completely set when you set a screen, or he will call you for a foul. It's Homestead ball with 1:01 to play here in our first half. Sam Buck back to Archibald. Archibald's got to get across the timeline. And it's a 10-second call on Homestead, their third turnover. Ball will return right back to the Spartans, and they'll play offense for defense as Asher Bloom and Courtney Shorter up off the bench for the Archers. And they'll replace DeMarque Perkins and Langston. So Amari Hall on the court as well for the Southside Archers. Will they play for one here? Somebody's got to come to the ball, and they'll get it into Didier. He thought about the three from out there. Over to Shorter, nice catch, hard pass inside to Hall. He'll turn, get around one guy and go up and hit the shot. I thought Amari Hall's balance was not enough there and he was going to miss it, but he hit it. A 9-point lead for Southside. Sam Buck, three on the way, no good. Rebounded by Didier, and he'll take off. He's got one guy to beat. He goes right over Sam Buck and hits the shot. So Didier gets the rebound, goes coast to coast, and hits the shot. 15 seconds to play. Southside leads by 11. Archibald to Izukudo. He'll turn around. 8 seconds to play. 5 seconds in the lane. Outside to Archibald. He thinks about it. Now he'll pull up, shoot it two. It's short, deflects around, and that will do it for the first half. It's Southside 30, Homestead 19. We will take a timeout. When we come back, hopefully we'll have an interview with Coach Teagle and possibly Hank Pulver of Huntington North. You're watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Friday Night Lights. Fort Wayne football from the comfort of your own home, or when you're on the go. the same night the pigskin touches the end zone or is stopped dead in its tracks. 10 teams, 5 games, 1 website. SummitCitySports.com. Live streamed high school games, score updates, and news hub for all Fort Wayne athletics. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
The Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse is a state-of-the-art facility that has become the home of sports in our region. Also the home of Parkview Sports Medicine with our new Ortho Express Clinic, AWP Sports, plus all kinds of club activity from basketball, volleyball, futsal, pickleball, and more. The Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. Check it out today.
There's Ryan looking to center into the slot to Esther, but it's broken up by Scott. He shoots, hits, scores!
Now the sticks are up. And now this is bad news. Everyone going at it down here in the corner.
Fort Wayne
Hockey with the deke.
6 teams.
Bone cutter to Ryan Freeby with the shot from the point. He scores!
Live stream games new this season. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
At Parkview Sports Medicine, it's game on. Our elite team of experts in orthopedic surgery, athletic rehabilitation, nutrition, and sports performance coordinate your care all along the way. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
It's the comets. Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
If you're an athlete, you never know when an injury might happen. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine has made the new Ortho Express Clinic. Located inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, the Ortho Express Clinic has everything that an athlete would need, from physicians to athletic rehab and sports performance. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
Parkview Sports Medicine continues to lead the way in Northeast Indiana with our new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic, offering direct access to physicians and Saturday morning clinics that are convenient for you. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
Get mad about blue. Get mad about your Fort Wayne Mad Ants. When looking for the best basketball action in town, it's the Go to FortWayneMadAnts.com for the complete game schedule. See your Fort Wayne Mad Ants in action. Get mad about blue.
If you're an athlete or the parent of one, you want to check out Parkview Sports Medicine. We serve every level of athlete with our sports nutritionist, our expert physicians at O&E, and the area's only specialized athletic rehab. To learn more, go to ParkviewSportsMedicine.com and click on the Services tab.
Brooks steals it, tips it away to himself. He'll go to the hoop and slam it down.
They attack, they get a great shot.
Here he comes. And Lucas Crawl.
Shot hits the post, and the centering feed to Luke Gibson. Shot scores!
The rush comes. Oh, almost picked off by Ethan Hoover.
And the takedown.
AWP Sports finds the athlete's purpose beyond athletics, the industry leader in sports performance for over 10 years in Northeast Indiana. You can find out more by clicking on the Services tab at the top of this page.
Welcome to the University of St. Francis, located in the heart of Fort Wayne, Indiana, where the Cougar basketball programs have won 2 national championships and finished runner-up twice since 2010. And the Cougar football program is fresh off a 2016 national championship. USF is a 3-time gold-level Champions of Character institution, one of only 12 NAIA schools to earn that distinction. The University of St. Francis provides you the opportunity to get a great education while competing for championships.
We're back at Huntington North High School for our second game of our doubleheader tonight, as Southside leads at halftime 30-19. I'm lucky enough to be joined by the winning coach, and I'm sure his blood pressure is now under control since he had a very tough, strenuous game and dialed up the perfect play at the end of the game. Coach Craig Teagle of Huntington North, how are you feeling right now, Coach?
Well, I feel good that we got the win. It gives you another chance to play, a game and get to be in the championship game. So we're pretty happy with it. Our minds are kind of focused on preparing. I'm sure the kids are still pretty excited about it.
Yeah, maybe one guy standing behind us may not be able to sleep tonight, or he might be able to sleep really well. But, we talked a little bit in the break there. You were ahead 5-0. They came back, took the lead, and you never had a lead again until the final shot.
Yeah, I thought that Wayne played outstanding. My hat's off to them. They played really well, got out in passing lanes, hit big shots all night. It seemed like got big offensive rebounds. But I was proud of our kids. They just stayed with it, one possession at a time, never lost their poise, showed lots of toughness at the end, got some stops, and then obviously Hank hit a huge shot. But Hank was the guy. I mean, late, we don't call sets very often. And he told us, he says, Coach, I don't think he can guard me. So, okay, let's call your number. So we just kept trying to go to him. He did a great job around the rim. And I think having that momentum and that feeling that I can't be stopped probably helped him on that last play. But he hit a huge shot for Huntington North basketball. Yeah,
I watched the replay. He was actually double teamed on that play. And that ball went right in the hoop for Hank Pulver. So a great win. Thoughts on this game that's going on right now?
No, I mean, both teams are really good basketball teams, and I believe this was an overtime game last time they played. So I'm assuming Homestead will get back in it. Whether they win or not, I'm not sure, but I think it'll be a tight game at the end.
Yeah, absolutely. These two teams played an overtime 1-point game earlier this season. So congratulations to you. Hopefully you'll get some rest tonight, get some sleep, come up with a good game plan. You got a little time tomorrow to try to figure it out. And you've already played Homestead this season, so you know a little bit about them. So congratulations.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Good luck tomorrow. We'll see you at 7:30.
Thank you.
Thank you. And now I'm going to be joined by well, I don't know. What are they calling you in the locker room? They calling you hero? They're calling you the man? What are they calling you? The GOAT?
Ice and Veins.
The Iceman.
Iceman, basically.
Do you know who the Iceman is?
No, I mean, D'Angelo Russell for Lakers is what they always say, but I think there's probably a better player.
There's the original one with George Gervin. So since they have Google, you can Google that and find it. So, during the game, you guys just kind of stuck around, got some good turnovers there at the end. You made all your free throws, too. That helped out. Yep. But Coach said you wanted the ball. I could tell at the end of the game you really wanted the ball. What was going through your mind on the last shot?
Well, every day we run this thing called home run, where we try to just get the ball about half court line, maybe 3-point line, and then push it. And we were down 2, obviously. And our goal was, get to the rim, try to tie it up. But 4 seconds left. They played great defense. I was stopped. But that's my go-to move. I love the spin back. I'm a lefty, so I like my rim. I like my hand closer to the rim like that. Maybe a little fade. Just fun. Let it fly. It felt good going off my hands. And the rest is rest.
So I can tell you from experience, Hank. I played high school basketball here in the state of Indiana. I got to the semi-state. We made it all the way to the semi-state and led the entire game, and a guy hit a shot at the buzzer to beat us. So I know how Wayne feels tonight. Yeah. And congratulations to you. I hope tomorrow night you guys are ready to go, and we really enjoyed having you here on Summit City Sports.
Yeah, thank you. Hands off to Wayne, though. Great team. Craig Young's a great player. He's got a bright future. So, we just got the last shot, and it went in. So
Just the way he drew it up, correct?
Just the way he drew it up. That's right. That's how it happened.
So good luck tomorrow. We
All
wish
right,
you the
thank
best
you.
of luck. We'll see you tomorrow.
All
Hopefully
right,
we're
thank you.
interviewing
Thanks for
you
having
again
me.
tomorrow.
Yep.
That was Hank Pulver of Huntington North High School with us here on SummitCitySports.com. I want to thank his head coach, Jeff Teagle, for joining us as well. That game is an instant classic. If somebody doesn't send that shot to ESPN for the top 10, they're nuts, because Hank Pulver hit maybe one of the biggest shots in Huntington North history. So both teams are back out on the court. We're ready for second half action. Try to give you the scoring here real quick. Well, for Homestead, they got 2 points from Grant Raber, 9 from Izakudo, 2 from Goody, 2 from Archibald, 2 from Sam Buck, and 2 from Podzalinski. For Southside, they got 2 from Perkins, 2 from Langston, 4 from Hall, 5 from Jordan, 3 from Shorter, 7 from Didier, and 7 for Asher Bloom. We're underway in the second half. Didier to the hole, and he'll hit the shot to start the second half. So Southside on the board first here in our second half. Archibald with it once again. Over to Sam Buck. Back out to Izakudo. The one thing you see here sometimes with Southside, when they get big leads, they tend to relax, and right there they did, and Luke Goody makes them pay. Quickly up the court comes Didier, back to Austin Jordan. Into Asher Bloom. He'll back it out. Over to the freshman. He'll launch a three. In and out, and rebounded by Luke Goody. Izakudo guarded by Courtney Shorter. Over to Luke Goody. Back to Grant Ramber. Haven't seen Trevin Taylor tonight. I don't know if he's still ill. Not even sure if I see him on the bench. He is on the bench. He was sick earlier in the week. Grant Raber in the lane. He'll throw it up left-handed. He's hit on the hip and fouled. And he'll go to the line to shoot 2 for the Spartans. Today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports and like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. Grant Raber at the line shooting 1. That foul is on number 21 for Southside. Trajan Didier will be his first. Raber shot up and good. Raber with 3 points. Grant Raber will eye the second one. Up and good as well. Archer's 5 for 6 from the line. Shorter with the ball. Southside, the one thing they have done nicely in this tournament is when the other team gets a bucket and starts to make a run, they run a really nice set. They haven't taken any real quick shots that give the ball right back to the opposing team. Jordan to the hoop, fouled, throws it up, no good, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2. See who the foul's on. I believe it's on 12. And then that would be, no, they'll call it on number 11. No, it is on Izakudo, his second. Jordan will launch and hit. Austin Jordan with his 6 point. Freshman having a good night. He'll shoot the second one, and good as well. Both teams shooting very well from the foul line. Each team only missing 1 thus far. Izakudo will bring it up, guarded by Trajan Didier. A little bit of a matchup for Izakudo. He might be able to take Didier off the dribble. Goody wide open again as Asher Bloom loses him, and he makes him pay. Goody with his 8th point. Austin Jordan will look, give it to Asher Bloom, inside to a wide open Langston, and he's fouled by Izakudo. On Izakudo, that'll be his 3rd foul, and Langston will go to the line to shoot 2 for the Archers. Izakudo picks up his 3rd, team 2nd. Langston will shoot 2. 5:59 to play. Langston's first one up and good. Langston's first points of the night. Second one up and good as well. Southside will stay in their press. Homestead across the timeline. It's Raber right to the hoop. He throws it up, bumped and hit it. believe that foul is going to be on Langston. Yeah, Langston will pick up his second, team second. Raber will go to the line to shoot one for Homestead. The senior will shoot and hit it. Jordan with the ball. He picks up his dribble, now finds Bloom. He'll go to the hoop, shoot it, miss it. Rebounded there by Jake Archibald, and he'll take off in transition. He'll stop in the lane, kick it out to Goody. A 15-footer on the way and good. The lead down to 4 as Homestead has found their stride here in the second half, hitting some big shots. Courtney Shorter from the right side. Good, the three-pointer. Shorter with 6 points. Izukudo with the ball once again for Homestead. Looks like Southside's going to back off on that full court press. And they'll lose Buck, but now Shorter over to guard him. Out to Raber, ball fake, and out to Buck. 3 on the way. Good if it goes, and it does. 3-pointers raining here in the second half for both teams. Asher Bloom once again to Trajan Didier. Didier looks inside. He's got Langston, doesn't throw it to him. Shorter will pull up, shoot a 15-footer. Blocked by Izukudo and picked up there by Luke Goody. Izukudo will bring it up the court. Cut off by Langston. And they'll say a blocking foul on JT Langston. That'll be his third. See if Amari Hall gets up off the bench for the Archers. Coach J.J. Foster having some words with one of the officials. Izukudo will inbound with 4:32 to play in our third quarter. Jake Archibald with the ball, back to Izukudo. Winner of this game takes on Huntington North at 7:30 tomorrow night. Shorter trying to stop Izukudo. He throws it up with the left hand, misses it. Courtney Shorter gets a rebound, and he'll go the other way. Right to the hoop, loses it, and rebounded by Grant Raber. Raber outside to Sam Buck. 3 on the way. It's good. Sam Buck is on fire in the second half. Lead down to 1. Timeout on the court. A 30-second timeout by Southside. We'll take a timeout. You're watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
For an athlete, you never know when an injury might happen. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine has made the new Ortho Express Clinic. Located inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, the Ortho Express Clinic has everything that an athlete would need, from physicians to athletic rehab and sports performance. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
Get mad about blue. Get mad about your Fort Wayne Mad Ants. When looking for the best basketball action in town, it's the Go to FortWayneMadAnts.com for the complete game schedule. See your Fort Wayne Mad Ants in action. Get mad about blue.
Southside inbounds. They lead by 1. They've led by as many as 12 in this game, but Homestead's found their stride here in the second half, and they've been able to hit the three-pointers. Good set play inside to Bloom. He misses a shot and rebounded by Luke Goody. He had good position, just couldn't hit the shot. Izukudo with the ball. He loses it, throws it up top to Buck, now to Goody. And now to Jake Archibald. He'll drive, cut off, and gives it to Grant Raber. Grant Raber looks for somebody on the inside, can't find him, so he'll give it to Sam Buck. Sam Buck will dribble, go to the right side, and now back up top to Raber. He'll ball fake, go to the hoop, gets around. Trajan Didier hits a bucket, and Homestead in the lead. It's been a while since Homestead has led, and they're up by 1 with 3:18 to play here in our third quarter. This is where Southside needs to get a good shot, run that same set they just ran for Bloom. He'll catch it, face up on Buck. He'll go baseline, get around him, has the ball blocked on the floor, and it comes up to Grant Raber. Turnover Southside. Izukudo up to Sam Buck. Tough to the rim, blocked. Pinned on the backboard by Langston. Perkins with the ball, now back to Austin Jordan, now back to Perkins. Perkins up top to Didier. Didier looking for a screen by Bloom, so he'll go away from it, go right, gets a screen, backs up, launches a 3 off the back of the rim and rebounded by Perkins. He'll go up, no good. and rebounded, and a foul I believe they will call on either Langston or Perkins of Southside. On Langston, that'll be his 4th. I don't know if the coaching staff didn't know that he had 3, but Langston checks out, and Amari Hall back into the lineup for the Archers. 1-point game, 2:32 to play here in our third quarter. Winner of this will play in tomorrow's championship game at 7:30. Izakudo with it, up to to Buck. Now back to Izakudo, over to Raber. Raber and Goody have been huge here in the second half for Homestead. Sam Buck in the lane, he'll pull up, fouled. It's either going to be on Asher Bloom or Amari Hall. I believe they will call that on Amari Hall. His first, team's 5th. At the line shooting 2, Sam Buck. Sam Buck on the season averaging 13 points a game. And he'll take the first one and off the back of the rim. Sam Buck with 8 points here in this game. This is the front end of the 2. He just got Jake Archibald standing in there with him. He'll shoot a second. That's short off the front of the rim and rebounded by Bloom. Bloom inside to Amari Hall, and I think they're going to call a hold on Jake Archibald as Amari Hall got position and Archibald grabbed him. So the first foul on Archibald, 3rd on the team. Inside to Asher Bloom, nobody picked him up. He'll kick it outside to a wide open Austin Jordan. He'll shoot a 3 brick off the back of the rim, rebounded by Grant Raber. He'll go right to the hoop, and he'll have it blocked, and I think they'll call goaltending. They have not said anything yet. I'm not sure what's the official call, a foul or what. So 2 shots coming now for, I think, Grant Raber. The foul's on Perkins. That'll be his 2nd. And Grant Raber will go to the line to shoot 2 for Homestead. Raber will shoot and hit it. Whistle on the court. Courtney Shorter will check in for Trajan Didier for Southside. So Raber will have a chance to shoot a second one. His team now leads by 2. Raber will shoot and hit it. Three-point lead for Homestead, their largest lead of the night. As Courtney Shorter will have it for Southside. We'll see if that sense of urgency kicks back in for Southside. We saw it against Muncie Central. And now over to Didier, or excuse me, Shorter. He'll drive baseline to the hoop. The floater up and good. And the lead back to 1. Izakudo now to Archibald. Over to Sam Buck. They better pick him up. Back to Archibald. Now out to Izakudo. 1:20 to play here in our third quarter. Izakudo guarded by Perkins. Now a switch. Goody will launch a 3. That's going to be short. Izakudo with the offensive board, and he'll hit the shot. Izakudo with 11 points. Amari Hall to Courtney Shorter. He'll go left, cut off, and gives it to Perkins. Inside to Bloom. Too hard there. Turnover for Southside as Perkins threw a bullet pass. I'm not sure anybody could have caught that. In the lane goes Izakudo. He's blocked there. Gets his own rebound. Fires it to Sam Buck and then to Grant Raber with 45 seconds to play. And Perkins is going to be close to picking up another foul. And he's getting close to Grant Raber. And quick timeout by Homestead as Grant Raber lost control, but picks it up, calls timeout. A 30-second timeout, and we'll take a quick timeout. You're watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
If you're an athlete, you never know when an injury might happen. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine has made the new Ortho Express Clinic. Located inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, the Ortho Express Clinic has everything that an athlete would need, from physicians to athletic rehab and sports performance. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on. Parkview.
30-second timeout is over. Luke Goody inbounds to Izakudo with 30 seconds to play. Homestead leads by 3. Izakudo guarded by Courtney Shorter. Count is on. He'll drive. Now he'll stop and give it to Grant Raber. Raber guarded by Amari Hall. It's a mismatch for Grant Raber if he wants to take Amari Hall to the hoop. Got a lot of size and speed over the bigger fella. He loses control of it. Gives it to Sam Buck. Sam Buck fouled by DeMarque Perkins, and that will send the Spartans to the line. Another bad foul by DeMarque Perkins. Trajan Didier up off the bench. He'll replace, I believe, DeMarque Perkins. Zach Kruger into the lineup. He'll replace Izakudo. 7.8 seconds to play. At the line shooting 1-1 will be Sam Buck. Podzolinski up off the bench. And he'll replace, let's see, looks like Grant Raber. Sam Buck, the senior, at the line. Shooting 1-1, his first one up and in and out. 2 out of his 3 free throws have been just like that. Asher Bloom with it now. He'll drive, loses it, and they're going to call a foul on, I believe, Sam Buck. Sam Buck will pick up his second foul. 4th team foul, 0.7 seconds. Didier will launch a 3, no good, it'll be wide right. And at the end of 3, it is the Homestead Spartans 44, the Southside Archers 41. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with the final quarter here from Huntington High School. You're watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
If you're an athlete, you never know when an injury might happen. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine has made the new Ortho Express Clinic. Located inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, the Ortho Express Clinic has everything that an athlete would need, from physicians to athletic rehab and sports performance. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
Get mad about blue. Get mad about your Fort Wayne Mad Ants. When looking for the best basketball action in town, it's the Go to FortWayneMadAnts.com for the complete game schedule. See your Fort Wayne Mad Ants in action. Get mad about blue.
We're back here at Huntington North High School for the final quarter of semifinal night here as Homestead has come back. They've taken the lead 44-41 over Southside. They've trailed for the majority of the game, but they stuck with it. They started hitting their threes, and they lead by 3. The winner of this game will take on Huntington North tomorrow night at 7:30 right here on SummitCitySports.com. Huntington North got here by a miracle shot by Hank Pulver at the buzzer to beat Wayne. Double team, jumped over both of them, hit the shot, sent his team to the championship game. Southside back once again in their 1-3-1. Raber with another 3 from downtown. So Grant Raber's had a huge second half for the Spartans. Didier inside to Amari Hall, and they'll call a pushing foul on, I believe, Jake Archbold. He fouled Amari Hall. 6-point lead for the Spartans. Trajan Didier will trigger the inbounds. And he's a dangerous one because he usually throws it in and then pops to the corner. And here he gets a screen by Bloom. They'll throw it to him. He'll turn. No shot. Good defense there by Raber. Inside to Bloom. Bloom double teamed. Throws it outside to Shorter. He'll shoot a 3. And good. I'm not so sure Courtney Shorter thought that ball was going to go in. He may not have had real good control of it, but it did. And that's a big 3 for the Archers. Izakudo will get over the timeline and give it to Sam Buck. Back to Izakudo, now up to Grant Raber. The seniors had a really big night for the Spartans. Izakudo with it once again. Now to Goody and over to Buck. Buck back to Grant Raber. Clock ticks under 7 minutes to play. He'll get one step. Oh, man. What a collision between three different players. Grant Raber is used to that. Wide receiver for the Homestead Spartans. A very good one. Played the slot. Played outside. Not afraid to mix it up. Luke Goody up top to Buck. Buck back to Raber, and now up to Izakudo. Izakudo guarded by Bloom. He'll drive. Use his shoulder. Ball gets knocked around and rebounded by Courtney Shorter of Southside. And now Shorter will drive on Izakudo. He'll spin, kick it up top to Asher Bloom. He'll shoot a three, and good from straight on. Bloom with his 10th point, and we are tied up. Are we going to have another fantastic finish here at Huntington North? It looks like we are. Goody now to Archibald. Outside the Buck. Wide open three on the way. Good. I could see it from here. I had a perfect angle. The 11th point for Sam Buck as Southside didn't rotate back properly. They try to throw it inside to Amari Hall, but he got pushed out of there by Jake Archibald, and the ball goes over his head and out of bounds. The 6th turnover on the Archers. Grant Raber to inbounds. 6:01 to play. Raber with it once again. Now back to Sam Buck. He'll drive baseline, cut off. Raber to Izakudo and all the way around to Luke Goody. Sam Buck now over to Raber. Raber's feeling it in the second half. He'll throw the floater up off the backboard, and it's rebounded by Didier. Trajan Didier out to Asher Bloom. He'll spot up, shoot another three. That's short. And Amari Hall with the rebound. And then he'll turn it over. Izakudo, he'll drive, get a step, go to the hoop and hit the shot. Nothing that Amari Hall could do there to stop him. Gave him a little head fake and went right around him. And now to Shorter on the outside. 5-point lead for Homestead. They've led by as many as 6 here in the second half. Austin Jordan with 5 to play over to Courtney Shorter. Now Didier with the three, and good. Timeout on the court after the three-pointer by Southside. We'll take a timeout. You're watching sectional basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
If you're an athlete, you never know when an injury might happen. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine has made the new Ortho Express Clinic. Located inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, the Ortho Express Clinic has everything that an athlete would need, from physicians to athletic rehab and sports performance. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on. Parkview Sports Medicine continues to lead the way in Northeast Indiana with our new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic, offering direct access to physicians and Saturday morning clinics that are convenient for you. Parkview Sports Medicine.
Back here live at Huntington North High School. Timeout on the court after Southside hits a three-pointer to cut the lead to 2. I want to give a quick shout-out to a new baseball program here in Allen County. Ivy Tech started a junior college baseball program this season, and they won today 5-3 over Edison State. So congratulations to Coach Lance Hirschberger and his staff as they start a baseball program here from scratch, a well-coached team, and congratulations to them on a big win today over Edison State. Grant Raber with the ball, guarded by DeMarque Perkins, back to Buck. Buck will drive, cut off by Perkins, and out to Raber. He thought about the three. Instead, he'll go to the hoop, throw it up, and hit it. Grant Raber, the X factor. Now we've got a hold on, I believe, Jake Archibald. That'll be his third. And both teams now in the bonus after that we inbounds this. 54-50 our score. Southside led for the majority of all of the first half and most of the third quarter before Homestead found their stride and decided to take over and start hitting threes as Archibald almost steals it, can't control it, goes into the front row of the stands. Some good defense there by Jake Archibald as he and Trajan Didier having some words again. And Izukudo back into the lineup. He'll replace Zach Kruger. So Courtney Shorter will be the point guard now. Austin Jordan out of the game for the Archers. See how long he sits. Trajan Didier catches it. He wanted to shoot. He'll go strong to the hoop. Gets bumped and hits it. Lead down to 2. Halfway through our final quarter here at Huntington North. Archibald will have it and give it to Grant Raber. He'll pull up and shoot a 14-footer off the back of the rim. Gets deflected around, and Izukudo will come up with a big offensive board. Luke Goody will launch a 3 off the back of the rim and rebounded by Amari Hall, and then he almost turns it over. Courtney Shorter with it once again. His team trails by 2. Southside needs a really good set here as they can tie or take the lead. DeMarque Perkins with the ball. He'll give it to Trajan Didier. He'll just look for a screen by Amari Hall. He'll get it. Grant Raber switches on him. Nobody comes out to get him, so he'll launch a 3. Air ball wide right. Touched nothing but the out of bounds line. So a bad shot by Trajan Didier. That's a turnover on Southside. Izukudo with the ball up quickly to Archibald. He'll kick it to Luke Goody. Back to Izukudo and over to Grant Raber. 3 on the way. Off the front of the rim and rebounded by Trajan Didier. He'll go quick to the hoop. He'll throw it to Asher Bloom, but Izukudo with some quick hands there knocks it out of bounds. 3:07 to play. Had a great game in our first one. A great finish. Well, we have another one here as Bloom gets it. Goes up with it strong, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Asher Bloom, a transfer from Warsaw High School, as that foul's on number 20, Luke Goody, his 3rd. Asher Bloom will play his college basketball next year at Grace College at Winona Lake. His first free throw up and good. Bloom hits a foul at first one, has a chance to tie it, and does. Southside shooting 10 for 11 from the foul line. Grant Raber over to Izukudo. He'll give it back to Raber, and now they'll get across the timeline. Under 3 minutes to play here. We're tied up. Had a fantastic finish in game 1. Looks like we're going to have another one here in game 2. Sam Buck will throw it to Izukudo. Izukudo backs out, and they'll reset their offense. He'll drive and back out again. Izukudo over to Sam Buck. He'll get a step, get in the lane, throws it up, goes around, and it gets tipped around and rebounded by Bloom, and then he's slapped on the wrist by, I believe, Grant Raber. That's on number 4. That is Grant Raber, his first. We'll go the other way, and it'll be Asher Bloom at the line shooting 1-on-1. Yeah, and I see what Asher Bloom told his coach, you need to talk to DeMarque Perkins and settle him down. The first one up and good. So the senior, that's some good leadership right there, ladies and gentlemen. When a senior sees another player getting out of line and goes over and tells the coach, that's usually a good sign that young man knows what he's doing, as Izukudo comes up with the rebound. And Southside back in the lead by 1. Sam Buck with it. Back to Izukudo. He'll get over the timeline, and he's guarded by Trajan Didier. He'll want to drive on him, cut off, and kicks it out to Grant Raber, who's had the real hot hand here in the second half. Raber will have it. Over to Sam Buck. Sam Buck thinks about the 3, and then we'll give it back to Izukudo with 2 minutes to play. Izukudo will back it out. And then he'll launch a 3. It's going to be short. Caught by Goody, and then fouled by Asher Bloom. So Luke Goody in the right place at the right time, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2 for the Spartans. So Bloom picks up his 3rd. Both teams with 18 fouls here in the second half. Luke Goody at the line. He'll shoot and hit it. You would never know that young man's a freshman. ice in his veins. Second one is good as well, and I think we have a timeout on the court. The Spartans will use one of their timeouts, one of the remaining timeouts. It's a full timeout, so we'll take a timeout. You're watching sectional basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
If you're an athlete, you never know when an injury might happen. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine has made the new Ortho Express Clinic. Located inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, the Ortho Express Clinic has everything that an athlete would need, from physicians to athletic rehab and sports performance. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
Get mad about blue. Get mad about your Fort Wayne Mad Ants. When looking for the best basketball action in town, it's the Go to FortWayneMadAnts.com for the complete game schedule. See your Fort Wayne Mad Ants in action. Get mad about blue.
Our timeout is over on the court. Homestead used the timeout. They're back in the lead by 1, 56-55. Asher Bloom will inbounds. The winner of this game will play tomorrow night at 7:30 here at Huntington North High School. And they will face Huntington North, who hit a shot at the buzzer to beat Wayne tonight behind Hank Pulver's long three-pointer at the buzzer. Asher Bloom with the ball, 1:40 to play. DeMarque Perkins with the ball. Now over to Didier. He thought about it. He'll go in the lane. Throw it up with the left hand, a wild shot, no good, but rebounded by Asher Bloom, and I think they're going to say it was a foul on Grant Raber with a push on Amari Hall. So Amari Hall will go to the line to shoot 1-1 for the for the Archers. And he'll shoot, and good. So Amari Hall with a big free throw for Southside. We're tied up with 1:32 to play. His second one up and good. He knew that right away. 1 point lead for Southside. These two teams played in the regular season. It was Homestead winning by 1 in overtime. Izakudo with the ball. He'll go right on Shorter. And now he'll back it out and give it to Grant Raber, guarded by DeMarque Perkins. He wants a screen. He'll go and kick it to Archibald. Archibald will not shoot. 1 minute to play. Coach Chris Johnson wants a set play here. Izakudo will go to the hoop. Stop. Reverse. Kick it to Grant Raber. 3 on the way. In and out. Rebounded by Izakudo. In the lane. He'll shoot off the rim. Gets his own rebound outside to Archibald. To Buck. 3 on the way. And good. Sam Buck drains the 3. 40 seconds to play. At the hoop is Courtney Shorter, and he'll miss the shot, but he's fouled on the wrist, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2 with 36.2 seconds to play. Fouls on number 12. That's Onye Izakudo, and he picks up his 4th. And we have a timeout on the court. Chris Johnson wants to ice the senior Courtney Shorter. And it's a full timeout, so we'll take our final timeout. You're watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
If you're an athlete, you never know when an injury might happen. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine has made the new Ortho Express Clinic. Located inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, the Ortho Express Clinic has everything that an athlete would need, from physicians to athletic rehab and sports performance. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on. Parkview Sports Medicine continues to lead the way in Northeast Indiana with our new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic, offering direct access to physicians and Saturday morning clinics that are convenient for you. Parkview Sports Medicine.
We're back here for the final 36.2 seconds. It'll be Courtney Shorter at the line for the Southside Archers, shooting 1-1 as he was fouled by Izakudo. Sam Buck, the senior for Homestead, just hit a huge three-pointer to give him a 2-point lead. Sam Buck with 14 points. Grant Raber with 18 for the Spartans. And the senior will shoot the first one and miss it off the front of the rim. And now Austin Jordan will return for Bloom. Surprised they would make that substitution. Maybe Austin Jordan would for DeMarque Perkins, but Asher Bloom doing a nice job on the boards as Courtney Shorter will shoot the second and hit it. A 1-point game, a timeout on the court, south side. Well, Courtney Shorter hits the shot, trims the lead to 1 point, so I'm sure Southside will come up and press now. The Spartans are in double bonus, and I believe the possession error also with them. Just a quick reminder, tomorrow here on SummitCitySports.com, we will have girls regional gymnastics action right here from Huntington North High School at the Fieldhouse. Join us for that. We did it last week. I had Vicky and Shelly Toth with me on the broadcast last year. They did a great job. They knew everything there was to know about gymnastics. They were my Stanton and Aaron Judge for me last week. So I believe that starts tomorrow around 11 o'clock here at Huntington North. Also on Wednesday nights, join us here on SummitCitySports.com. It's coming to the end. High school hockey is coming to the end. They start their tournament, I believe, next week. Check us out every Wednesday night at about 6 o'clock. You'll get doubleheader action on SummitCitySports.com of our hockey league, high school hockey league down in Fort Wayne. So it'll be Luke Goody to inbounds, 36.2 seconds to play, 59-58 our score. Sam Goody will run the baseline and give it to Grant Yoder, and he's fouled right away by Austin Jordan. So Grant Raber will go the other way. I believe they'll be in the double bonus. No, it'll be 1-1. So the foul was on number 2. It was on number 11, I'm sorry. That is Austin Jordan, team's 9th. So Grant Raber at the line shooting 1-1. Raber's had a good second half. He's got 18 in the game. Now the senior will eye it. Couple spins, and he'll shoot and a roll around and go in. So Raber with his 19th. And he'll shoot the second. And good as well. So 20 points for Grant Raber. And Didier with the ball. He'll throw it inside to Langston. He'll reverse on Archibald and hit the shot. And another timeout on the court. Not sure what the whistle was. I think Southside's out of timeouts. Luke Goody will inbounds the ball, 25 seconds to play. He'll throw it into Grant Raber. Raber gets away with the walk, and he'll take off across half court. He'll stop, and they'll call, I believe, Courtney Shorter on a foul. 19.8 to play. Raber just hit 2. It's either Didier or Courtney Shorter, and it is on Shorter. So at the line shooting 2, Grant Raber. Raber will take it. And good confidence there by that young man. 21 points on the night. The lead goes to 2. Raber with the chance to give his team a 3-point lead with 19 seconds to play. And it's up and rattles around and goes in. 22 points up quickly. They'll come to Trajan Didier, now to Asher Bloom. He'll stop, shoot the 3. And it's off the front of the rim, and they'll call a foul, I believe, on Luke Goody. Oddly enough, that might be a good foul. So at the line, shooting 2 will be Asher Bloom. The senior at the line to shoot 2. Here's his first one. Rolls around, and he misses it. Hit the left side of the rim and did not get a shooter's roll. And it rolls off with 14 seconds to play. He'll have a chance to try to trim this lead to 2. Second one up and good. Whistle on the court. Asher Bloom will check out. Perkins will check in. So the first foul shot of the night missed by Asher Bloom. 2-point lead. Luke Goody will inbounds to Raber. Raber with the ball, and he'll dribble through the double team. Look up. Keep the ball. Nobody's fouling him. And now they do, and that's Courtney Shorter with 6.8 to play. Homestead fans can feel it now. Well, Huntington North, you got your wish. At the end of the game, the student section was chanting, "We won Homestead," and they may just get their wish. Grant Raber will take it. And good, he has been money. 23 points for Grant Raber. Bloom back into the lineup. Two-possession game if he hits this shot. And Raber dribbles. Couple spins. And shoots and hits it. 24 for the senior. Trajan Didier with the ball. He's in no hurry. Stops, shoots a three. Off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Langston. It goes, but it's not enough. As Homestead will hold on for the win, 65-63. So congratulations to Homestead. They persevered in the end. They win by 2, 65-63, and they will play Huntington North tomorrow night right here at Huntington North High School. So we'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll have the scoring, and then we'll check out here from Huntington North High School. You're watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Friday Night Lights. Fort Wayne football from the comfort of your own home, or when you're on the go, the same night the pigskin touches the end zone or is stopped dead in its tracks. 10 teams, 5 games, 1 website. SummitCitySports.com. Live streamed high school games, score updates, and news hub for all Fort Wayne athletics. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
The Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse is a state-of-the-art facility that has become the home of sports in our region. Also the home of Parkview Sports Medicine with our new Ortho Express Clinic, AWP Sports, plus all kinds of club activity from basketball, volleyball, futsal, pickleball, and more. The Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. Check it out today.
There's Ryan looking to center into the slot to Esther, but broken up by Scott. He shoots, hits guard!
Now the sticks are up. And now this is bad news. Everyone going at it down here in the corner.
Fort Wayne
Hockey with the deke.
6 teams.
Bone cutter to Ryan Freeby with the shot from the point. He scores!
Live stream games new this season. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
We're back for the final time here at Huntington North High School. Homestead wins tonight 65-63 over Southside in a game that they trailed majority of the first half, but figured it out in the end, and they'll win by 2 tonight, 65-63. You're scoring first for Southside. They got 2 from DeMarque Perkins. They got 6 from Langston, 6 from Amari Hall, 7 from Austin Jordan, 12 from Courtney Shorter, 14 from Trajan Didier, and 14 from the senior Asher Bloom. So their season will come to an end. They had a good season. They'll end 13-11, and they have a lot to look forward to next year. They have some size and length coming back for the Southside Archers. For the Homestead Spartans, they'll move on to tomorrow night's championship game to take on Huntington North, a team that won just an unbelievable game earlier this evening. So the scoring tonight, first for the Spartans, they got 13 from Izakudo, 12 from Luke Goody, 2 from Jake Archibald, 14 from Sam Buck, 2 from Matt Podzalinski, and they got 24 from tonight's Parkview Sports Medicine Player of the Game, Grant Raber. Grant Raber did an excellent job in the second half of hitting his free throws. The senior stepped up, showed a lot of poise, stepped to the line in the big situation, and hit the free throws when it counted, and it was enough tonight for Homestead to win 65-63. So that will do it here from our second game tonight. It will be in our championship game tomorrow night at 7:30. We'll come on the air at about 6 We'll come on the air about 7:20, maybe a little earlier than that, with our championship game. That will do it here from Huntington North High School. For my cameraman Patrick Reith, I'm Ryan Dellinger, and you've been watching sectional basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Friday Night Lights. Fort Wayne football from the comfort of your own home, or when you're on the go. The same night the pigskin touches the end zone or is stopped dead in its tracks. 10 teams, 5 games, 1 website. SummitCitySports.com. Live streamed high school games, score updates, and news hub for all Fort Wayne athletics. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
The Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse is a state-of-the-art facility that has become the home of sports in our region. Also the home of Parkview Sports Medicine with our new Ortho Express Clinic, AWP Sports, plus all kinds of club activity from basketball, volleyball, futsal, pickleball, and more. The Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. Check it out today.
There's Ryan looking to center into the slot to Esther, but broken up by Scott. He shoots, hits, scores!
Now the sticks are up. And now this is bad news. Everyone going at it down here in the corner.
Fort Wayne
Hockey with the deke.
6 teams.
Bone cutter to Ryan Freeby with the shot from the point. He scores!
Live stream games new this season. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
At Parkview Sports Medicine, it's game on. Our elite team of experts in orthopedic surgery, athletic rehabilitation, nutrition, and sports performance coordinate your care all along the way. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
It's the comets. Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
If you're an athlete, you never know when an injury might happen. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine has made the new Ortho Express Clinic. Located inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, the Ortho Express Clinic has everything that an athlete would need, from physicians to athletic rehab and sports performance. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
Parkview Sports Medicine continues to lead the way in Northeast Indiana with our new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic, offering direct access to physicians and Saturday morning clinics that are convenient for you. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
Get mad about blue. Get mad about your Fort Wayne Mad Ants. When looking for the best basketball action in town, it's the Go to FortWayneMadAnts.com for the complete game schedule. See your Fort Wayne Mad Ants in action. Get mad about blue.
If you're an athlete or the parent of one, you want to check out Parkview Sports Medicine. We serve every level of athlete with our sports nutritionist, our expert physicians at O&E, and the area's only specialized athletic rehab. To learn more, go to ParkviewSportsMedicine.com and click on the Services tab.
Brooks steals it, tips it away to himself. He'll go to the hoop and slam it down.
They attack, they get a great shot.
Here he comes. And Lucas Cross.
Shot hits the post. And the centering feed to Luke Gibson. Shot scores!
The rush comes. Oh, almost picked off by Ethan Hoover.
And the takedown.
AWP Sports finds the athlete's purpose beyond athletics, the industry leader in sports performance for over 10 years in Northeast Indiana. You can find out more by clicking on the Services tab at the top of this page.
Welcome to the University of St. Francis, located in the heart of Fort Wayne, Indiana, where the Cougar basketball programs have won 2 national championships and finished runner-up twice since 2010. And the Cougar football program is fresh off a 2016 national championship. USF is a 3-time gold-level Champions of Character institution, one of only 12 NAIA schools to earn that distinction. The University of St. Francis provides you the opportunity to get a great education while competing for championships.